This is the CHRILLCAST. I am Chris.
And I'm Will. How's it going, everybody?
And I'm talking as if I was being processed by the Atari 2600 like this game. Anyways, so this is Throwback Thursday. And we're talking about Breakout, 45 years later, one of the OG games of gaming.
And this game, you instead of taste the rainbow, you break the rainbow.
If you're playing the Atari 2600 version, for sure. Maybe you are tasting the rainbow if you lick the screen. I don't know.
Yes, that's an added feature that the Atari 2600 had.
Scratch and sniff.
You remember those stickers? They still make those things.
No, not really. Unless you buy like a specialized pack of something like for nostalgia purposes. I don't think those are things anymore. Like the legacy of scratch and sniff though. Like you get a magazine and you look for a scratch and sniff every time. Like, ooh, I wonder if there's a scratch and sniff.
They had the smellable markers. I mean, there's a whole generation of kids that huffed markers because of that.
yeah, that's true. So we're talking about Breakout though. So Breakout is an arcade game developed and published by Atari Inc. and released on May 13th, 1976. This is a 45-year-old game. Okay, this game has kids our age. Maybe, no, not quite. Close enough. It was conceptualized by Nolan Bushnell and Steve Bristow, influenced by the seminal 1972 Atari arcade game Pong. In Breakout, as you can see ahead of us, a layer of bricks lines the top third of the screen, and the goal is to destroy them all by repeatedly bouncing a ball off of a paddle into them. The Atari VCS port was released in 1978. That's the version we're looking at here on the screen.
It's so satisfying to get it up top and have it bounce like that.
I know, you're like, it's doing the work for me.
Yeah, so it's like an instant high.
Which used several color graphics instead of a monochrome screen with a colored overlay. Breakout was the basis and inspiration for certain aspects of the Apple II. So we're talking about Steve Jobs here. The sequel, Super Breakout, became the packing game for the Atari 5200, one of the worst consoles ever released because the controllers never worked. And that was in 1982. And while the concept was predated by Ramtech's Clean Sweep, Breakout spawned an entire genre of clones, and it was released before the Ramtech's Clean Sweep. And 10 years later, the concept found new legs with the Taito's 1986 Arkanoid, which spawned several dozen imitators. Let's see if we can find Arkanoid. Okay, I can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Like a more
Look up the version that's on the Game Boy.
Okay.
The OG Game Boy. Maybe it was like Brick Blaster. I'm not sure if it was called Breakout.
Brick Breaker is one of the ones that they
Alleyway. That's the game I'm thinking of. Mario was in this.
Really?
Yeah, he's a little dude that hops in the tube. He runs out in the very beginning of the game, gets in it.
Just for the giggles, I guess, huh?
Yep. Just because of Nintendo, that's all. It's the same game, but it's clearly a lot slower. I think the further you get into it, the faster it goes, if I remember correctly.
I can find it. Alleyway. Sure it's not Super Breakout?
No.
You're not sure?
I'm pretty certain that what I had was Alleyway. But it's the same game.
Yeah. Yeah. So Breakout's been around forever. I actually really used to enjoy playing this on... I had a BlackBerry that had it, and I had an iPod Touch that had it. Or iPod Video, 5.5G. The first iPod that had video on it. I had a version of Breakout. It's called Brick Breaker. And I'm pretty positive it was on there specifically because Steve Jobs worked on this game.
I think I had it on my calculator.
Yeah.
My TI-86. It was like Snake in this.
Yeah, pretty much. Alleyway. Classic game room. Wish they'd come back.
Mm-hmm.
See if we can find the I want to see Mario dancing on the screen. That's what I want to see. Let's see what it does.
He just runs by, I think he waves, and then he hops in his little tube.
I want to see it, though. I want to see it. There he is. Oh, yeah, you're right. He does. Okay. You're right. You're totally right. Alleyway's it. So, why is this game memorable? Why is it super popular and replayable even to today?
It's because of that, right? What we just saw, the little ball bouncing on top of the bricks and like knocking out a bunch just by itself. Oh my gosh, it's instantly satisfying.
It's like a euphoria for Will.
Yeah, it is.
No, I have to say it's so the simplicity of it is wildly entertaining. I mean, it's the same reason that things like Candy Crush have been wildly successful. It's because it's easy to pick up and play. It doesn't take you hours and hours and hours unless you're like really good at it, and then you're like, I might have a problem. No, but
Yes.
I think simple and addictive gameplay is what got us all into gaming in the first place. A lot of us that played games in the 90s, we didn't have the long, fantastical RPG stories that we have now. We didn't have the insanely complicated gameplay. We had a simple
You had to go
interface.
outside and play.
We had a simple interface where you'd roll a thing across the screen, and it was fun.
Oh, the old Game Boy looks so terrible, but it brings back so many memories.
I know. I mean, this is just fun. It's just pure, unadulterated fun. There's nothing inappropriate about it. Any kid could pick up and play this. And I kind of miss this era of gaming. I'm not going to lie, which is one of the reasons why I pre-ordered the Television Amico, is specifically because of stuff like this. Is just fun. Whoa, I want that superpower. How did... Okay, I didn't even know you could do that. That's awesome.
I think it's just a special level where you
I hope
destroy
so.
Mario.
Yeah, Mario deserves it. He died on the 31st of March. Anyways, if you've never played Breakout, find a way to play it. It's pretty much everything can play this game. I'm sure there's a version on the Switch. It was on Xbox Live Arcade. I'm sure PS3 had a version. There's probably one on PS4. I bet you there's one on Xbox One even. This game is everywhere. Your phone. Pick up your phone, download the game, try it. It's super easy to find. Try this game if you've never played it. It's wildly fun. I still enjoy it. Every once in a while, I'll find myself on my phone downloading the paid version I bought on iOS back in like 2012 and playing that, and just hours go by and you're like, oh crap, I was supposed to do things today. Whoops.
Yeah.
So,
No need
anyways.
to adult today.
This is it's a classic, very fun game. So, as always, I am Chris.
And I'm Will.
And we will see you
On next CHRILLCAST. See you
when we
guys.
finally break out.